Where else in the world can you live like this? It's magic. If you're having a bad day in Dubai, you're really not having a bad day.
Dubai, a man-made oasis in the Arabian desert. Home to 52,000 millionaires.
How many handbags do you have?
I don't know.
Are any of them fakes?
A fake?
And 2.5 million expats.
Would you smoke a cigar while you're in there?
I would have had one.
So your job is to just take photos of women in beautiful places?
Yes. Welcome to Dubai.
A city where East meets West.
I remember going to the mall and my skirt was above my knee and they gave you a red card.
And you have to watch what you say.
I'm not going to really talk about that because I like living here.
But a paradise for some if you follow the rules. We meet Dubai's glamorous locals, expats and tourists, and the people that serve them.
Wouldn't be a bathroom without, of course, 24-karat gold amenities.
You can make it look like you're a billionaire in Dubai, but reality of it, I mean, I'm not going to eat for a week after this.
In the world's newest luxury playground for the mega-rich.
Dubai is the Monaco of the Middle East. You know, it's the place where everybody wants to be.
It's Tuesday afternoon, and for Dubai's Western tourists, there's only one place to be.
So this is the infamous blah blah slide, which every person I think in Dubai has pretty much got an Instagram video going down it. The best way to leave the venue when you've had enough and you want to just go home.
Liverpudlian Chris Wright spent 12 years running events in Ibiza, but he's targeted Dubai as the newest party capital of the world.
Hi guys. Hello. What's going on?
He's just opened a bar in the city's newest beach club, Blah Blah.
20 bars in this whole space, and there's 3 restaurants and 1 beach club. So yeah, pretty hectic.
I love beach club. This is my favorite things to do here.
The weather is nice, the people are cool. Unlimited cocktails.
Yeah, unlimited cocktails, food, at a discounted price, what's not to love?
Tourists can enjoy a Bloody Mary with breakfast here and keep boozing all the way through into the early hours. Made possible by a recent change in the city's licensing laws.
What's going on?
How we doing?
All good?
I thought that you couldn't serve alcohol outside hotels in Dubai. That's what most people say.
Most people think that, yeah. I mean, obviously, as time has sort of progressed in Dubai, a lot of new places aren't attached to hotels. The laws have changed.
And is it all right to get messy?
Is it all right to get messy? You've got to be very respectful. Obviously, we're in Dubai, so you know you've got to keep the craziness inside the venue. It's a place where you know you've got to remember where you are and respect the rules, but you can also have a good time and enjoy yourself.
As long as they stay within the walls of this beach club, tourists can drink and dance all day long. But one step outside, and both are punishable by law. This is an Islamic state with deeply conservative values. And some visitors have paid a heavy price in the past for not abiding by the letter of the law.
He was in a club when he says he touched a man's hip to avoid spilling his drink. But the man involved made a complaint. And last week, Jamie from Stirling was sentenced to 3 months in jail for public indecency.
Dubai follows Sharia law and forbids homosexuality, dressing improperly, sex outside marriage, and any public displays of affection.
In the early hours, they came to this beach to take their newfound friendship to the next level. They were interrupted by a policeman. He asked them to stop and leave, but they ignored him. A moment of madness, perhaps, but also a total disregard for the culture they were living in.
We were guilty of being drunk in public, but then again, so are literally hundreds of thousands of other people in Dubai on a Friday afternoon. I think that this was a particularly good way of the Dubai authorities bringing to worldwide attention what the rules and the regulations are, and as a result, Michelle and I have suffered for the last 6 months.
Despite these horror stories, nearly 20 million tourists visit Dubai every year. And over 2.5 million foreigners live here full-time.
In the UK, when I go and I say, oh, I live in Dubai, people are like, oh my gosh, do you have to cover up? Like, you know, and I think there is that kind of stigmatism about Dubai.
33-year-old model Amy Kitchingman has lived in Dubai for the last 10 years and has seen some of the city's rules slowly soften.
Dubai is like a big tourist attraction, really, so I think that they just want to be accessible to everyone, and I think that they don't want anything to be able to give anybody any apprehension about coming.
Amy hit the big time in 2007 when she was crowned Miss Great Britain, catapulting her into a top modelling career. But after sampling Dubai's luxury lifestyle on holiday, she decided to move out here permanently to pursue her career in television.
I came out for New Year's Eve to celebrate and party with friends and never went back.
Hi, I'm Amy, and this week's Summer Top 5 is about all the fun things you can do at the beach.
There was no tax at all in Dubai, and I was like paying all my salary to the taxman in the UK, and I thought, hang on a minute, I can go there and earn even better money and not have to pay it all to the taxman. So I decided that I was going to make here my home. I think I packed up my apartment in a week. I was just like, I just got to get back to Dubai. I'm going to miss out on something if I'm not there.
The gold oysters and the strawberry with some caviar.
Are we taking photos?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight, Amy's dining in one of Dubai's most glamorous restaurants, at the foot of the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest tower. She's here with her manager Abdul and friend Selena.
Since we came to Dubai, the laws have changed so much. When I first came, I remember going to the mall and my skirt was like slightly above my knee, and they gave you a red card and they asked you to leave before. Okay, that's fine. Like, yeah, can you remember? Yeah, they used to give you a red card, like. And to be honest, at the end of the day, yeah, fine. They have the rules on the door.
Now we can live together without even being married. That's amazing news. That's really good. That's a big step.
I know a load of people were like, all their boyfriends that have been using the excuse for ages, like, no, we can't move in together, it's illegal, and now they're like, oh gosh, what's my excuse?
The loosening of many of Dubai's laws is more than just an effort to appear more westernised. It's part of a much bigger plan. At the start of 2021, ruler Sheikh Mohammed made the bold statement that Dubai will be the best place to live in the world by 2040. He wants the city to be the luxury capital of the world. And he's investing heavily in everything a multi-millionaire could want. Starting with a 5-star culinary scene. Celebrity chefs are lining up to open restaurants here. And in their wake come savvy entrepreneurs moving in to make big money.
Kate, good morning.
Good morning.
We make a scrambled egg for Kate and sunny side up for me and Sarah.
This is Italian businessman Massimo. Every morning he's up early to make a special breakfast for his daughter Kate and wife Sarah.
With truffles. It's called super energy breakfast. Is this enough, Kate?
Yeah.
I've got some juice. You want some juice?
That's passion fruit.
Some passion fruit.
The family relocated from New York to Dubai 8 years ago.
We've never been in the Middle East. And when we came here, it was like, wow, this is like Vegas. It's like Vegas without gambling.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have a bad impression because if it's very strict, and people have asked me, oh, But
Can you
you
drive?
can drive over here and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, you know, there's absolutely, they're pushing you to buy nice cars all the time.
For the last 20 years, Massimo has sold the world's most expensive ingredients to the most exclusive restaurants and private chefs across the globe. Not forgetting his daughter's packed lunch.
This is Kate, look. Truffle and goose for you. Don't share it. No, I'm joking. Sharing is caring. Let's go.
Today, Massimo has a big order arriving from France.
Be good. Ciao. Have a nice one.
Massimo imports caviar and vinegar infused with gold leaf. But in Dubai, he's best known for one delicacy above all.
Everybody know me more than Massimo as a truffle man. The truffle man, the truffle man, the truffle man. And I enjoy it. 90% of the thing I sell is truffle. I dream truffle, I talk truffle, I love truffle, I eat truffle. I'm almost a truffle myself.
Truffles may look like grubby lumps of coal, but these fungi are very rare. They grow underground in parts of Europe, and their popularity in Dubai has even spread to the royal family.
They like truffle, they like caviar. Truffle is really something amazing. You know, they consider it a gift of God.
How many sheikhs have you got on your books?
No, you can't say. No, you can't say.
It's 10:15, and Massimo's truffles have just completed their 6,000-mile journey from the tiny village of Sala in the Dordogne region of France.
Still get excited when it arrives?
Yes, it's like every time is new baby, newborn baby, every shipment.
The truffles were harvested yesterday, and with every hour that passes, they lose their freshness and their weight drops.
Done? Yalla.
Massimo charges by the gram, so it's a race against time to get them out to his clients.
Prepare the orders, prepare the invoice, guys. We are a bit late, guys. You're ready 10:30. Open, 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 open. These are from France. You can see the... So this means this is a certificate of the origin, then you have to have when the... Wow. It's like... smell it. You should have a smelly vision.
These 2 boxes have cost Massimo over £27,000.
So we check it. Each tray usually is about 5 kilos, so we put it together. We check the weight in case to see if there is some missing.
But truffles are in such demand here
There we go.
that if Massimo can sell this whole order quickly, he'll pocket over £10,000 in profit.
There's a lot of wealth in Dubai. There's a lot of wealth, and there's also a lot of showing off, which is great if you selling bottle of champagne, caviar, and truffles. I sell both of them, 2 out of 3. Truffle is something amazing that you can just put almost on everything. Forget the gym. You just start the morning totally charged up when you have truffle. This is like Italian Viagra. It's an aphrodisiac, like eating oyster. You know, like you go out on a date, you start to have order truffle, champagne, oyster. If she's still there at the end of the date, you maybe get luckier than normal. Okay, guys, make a total of 1.5.
There's just half an hour until Dubai chefs start lunchtime service.
Let's go.
So Massimo sets off to hand deliver his precious cargo.
Where is Chef Monserrato?
How are you, Massimo?
Chef!
Nice to see you.
How are you? Amazing. Good to see you. Ciao bello, come va? Tutto bene?
Sì.
Ho portato... Questi qua ti ho portato te.
His first order today is for renowned Turkish restaurant Galliard's.
Check the scale.
Quando vedi qua ho ossidato.
Chef Monserrato checks every expensive piece before handing over the cash.
Happy?
Very happy.
Perfect. This is the right moment to take out the bill.
How much did that cost?
Total? About £2,000.
And in typical Dubai style, Massimo seals the deal with a selfie for his Instagram.
Bello. One for you, one for me.
Always.
Perfetto. Job done. Also
Job
today.
is done.
6 more to go.
But here, it's not just the humans who like to indulge in some high-end cuisine. Across town, Dubai's 4-legged residents are getting ready to party. Bonnie, the Yorkshire Terrier, is turning 2 and has invited her pals to come and mark the occasion.
Welcome to our party.
All perfectly arranged by doggy party planner Shaheen.
So this is our own little Instagram corner where pampered poochers can come and have their pictures taken with their mums and dads. We've got some amazing doggy treats, specially made for them. Everything's organic, everything's human grade. We've got amazing cake made from beetroot, and we've got cookies made from carrot. Beautiful pup cakes.
What are they called?
Pup cakes instead of cupcakes. Who's a pretty girl, Samson? Polly, a pretty girl? And this is a real specialty. These are little lattes just for the doggies. As Dubai has grown and people have moved here and made it their home, one of the things that you have when you have a family is the next thing you get is a pet. So it's definitely been a good business to be in.
This is supposed to be a crown.
Local baker Farah, who's prepared today's banquet, has seen a lucrative market open up for gourmet doggy delights.
Basically, I'm a gemologist. I used to work in diamonds, but because I love dogs and I have a food and beverage company, so I thought, why not opening a bakery in Dubai to spoil the dogs of Dubai?
Happy birthday, little Bonnie. Happy birthday to you.
You have to cut the cake.
Come here.
Hi, you handsome boy. Look at you.
Across town, luxury food salesman Massimo has his last order of the day at a prestigious banquet held annually to celebrate the Dubai Restaurant Awards.
Hello.
But it's not just truffles he's delivering.
Okay, let's see the goods. So, give a little knife. I got you first a present. Here's your 3 kilos. And it looks like I'm from another country, yeah? Like, beautiful.
Massimo is looking to expand his business and has managed to get 4 kilos of his caviar on tonight's menu.
Is this your caviar? Yes, it is. It's about 6,000 pounds a kilo. 6,000 pounds? Yes. 20,000 dirham a kilo. It's amazing.
The creme de la creme of Dubai's restaurant industry is attending this evening. So, it's a great showcase for Massimo's new business.
How does it feel to be on the menu tonight? It's good, it's good. When I saw this one, I was like, wow, everybody gonna try my caviar tonight, so it has to be the best. And this is Dubai. Dubai is always about the top of the top of the top, of the top of the top of the top. On the top, you find Dubai stuff.
By tickling the palates of the super rich, Massimo's truffles and caviar of today made him a cool profit of £11,000.
Push caviar.
And there's no sign of a slowdown in his line of business.
I'm still excited. It's still exciting. When I saw this one, I was like, wow.
Fortunately for Massimo, ruler Sheikh Mohammed wants to increase the number of tourists from nearly 20 million a year to 50 million by 2040. And to meet the demand, hundreds of new restaurants are being built, including 17 in just one hotel. This is going to be the Royal Atlantis, Dubai's biggest new hotel in a decade. On the outer edge of the famous Palm Island and next door to the original Atlantis Hotel, it's going to be twice the size and contain a staggering 92 swimming pools.
I didn't bring my swimming trunks, but imagine you're relaxing right here with this amazing view as a backdrop.
The hotel's jewel in the crown is due to be the Ultra Lounge on the 22nd floor. Still under construction, the architect's plans show this uber-exclusive area, which will be reserved for the highest-paying guests.
This is the 2-floor VVIP cabana with its own pool hanging over another pool on that side. So you will be having the most Instagrammable moments here in Dubai right from the pool.
How much do you expect the VVIP cabana to cost?
It'll be a pretty penny.
The new hotel is funded by the Dubai government and is already over budget. But with nearly 800 rooms and full occupancy expected, the government hopes to make a tidy return on its investment. It hasn't always been so easy to lure tourists to Dubai.
I'm in the United Arab Emirates, where the holiday business is still quite new.
Back in the 80s, the Costa del Sol was the beach holiday of choice for most Brits, with its simple 2.5-hour flight. In comparison, Dubai was a hard sell.
The journey from London takes 8.5 hours. That's because there's an hour stop in Kuwait.
And all that greeted you was a single runway in the desert. But all that changed in 1985, when Sheikh Mohammed bought 2 second-hand planes from Pakistan International Airlines for just $10 million. He called his new airline Emirates. In 1991, the direct route between London and Dubai opened up, leading the way for mass tourism. In that year alone, visitor numbers rose by nearly 200,000. And today, London to Dubai is the busiest flight route in the world.
Guys, it's been an amazing month. Well done. Obviously, we've had a really good month with all the events, selling everything out, all the brunches. So, obviously, the main focus now is our Secret Island party, which I'm sure everyone's really excited about.
Party planner Chris is hoping to take advantage of all the new holidaymakers flocking to Dubai.
I moved to Dubai just over 7 years ago. One of the reasons why I wanted to move in is to expand basically my portfolio of events. So I've been doing events since I was probably about 18 years old. Lived in Ibiza for many summers, and I just got a little bit bored of being in England in the winter when it was very cold. So obviously Dubai is hot all year round, so that was kind of the main selling point for me.
Chris runs an events company. He employs 30 staff and holds 18 parties a week for up to 8,000 guests, catering for mainly a British and booze-loving crowd. He is planning the company's biggest event yet, a 2-day festival on an island off the coast of Dubai.
I think, Rachel, we can get the press on this, I think, because if we can try and create something where we get a bit of a clickbait sort of situation on it, where like it's the most expensive brunch package in the world. So we create that package where you get picked up in a supercar, then you're getting taken to a helicopter pad, then you'd obviously get a private yacht over, and then you stay in obviously a 50,000 dirham a night villa. Let's do this as the most expensive brunch ticket in the world. We literally hire a slice of an island, like one side of the island, sell out all of the luxury villas, and create this epic party which goes on from like 12 o'clock till 1 a.m. in the morning. So insane. You need someone like proper mad, like Steve Aoki or someone funny like that, where they could DJ and then
Ready
throw
to like
cake.
backflips and
Just
throw
cake
cakes
and
off
throw
the,
cake and jump in the crowd surfing and
stuff.
stuff like that. That would be cool.
Chris and business partner Jay are charging £200 a ticket. The supercar, helicopter and luxury villa are all extra.
That's the thing as well, he brings an entourage with him, doesn't he?
He brings the girls with him, so
on.
we had to like...
But the basic price does include the chance to meet one of the most influential names from the world of film and television.
Definitely Joey Essex. He'd definitely be funny to obviously have over Vicky Patterson, Anton Danieluk, Charlotte Crosby and Sophie aside from... they're going to be absolutely funny as hell on, obviously.
Chris promotes all his events by inviting social media influencers from the UK. In exchange for a free flight and accommodation, all he asks in return is a post on Instagram.
What makes a good influencer? I'd probably say a good influencer is someone who
make sure they do all the deliverables. Obviously, we tell them that they need to do X amount of stories and stuff, and then sometimes you do get the odd influencer that just gets absolutely hammered and doesn't even put it on their Instagrams. I think Keith Lemon would be hilarious. Actually getting Keith Lemon on the island.
Keith Lemon would be funny,
that
yeah.
would be absolutely hilarious. I'd love to get Will Smith to a party. I just love having Will Smith is a funny character. His content is insane, and I think to bring him to all our brunches on a Friday and we would maybe play his songs in there, like I think him getting up rapping would be insane.
But after getting a taste of the luxury lifestyle, some of Chris's influencers are reluctant to go home.
Just got random Anton from Love Island on your right.
It's my day off. My friends would say I'm a bit of a smooth operator because of the way I pick up girls in the club.
Anton Daniluk's success with women ran out in 2018 when he came 9th in a dating show. But all was not lost. His celebrity appeal got him an invite to Dubai, and he loved it so much, he's yet to leave.
Do you know what? I'm actually all partied out. When I first came over, I literally was doing all their events. I think I'm one of the only influencers to do all of Inside Lifestyles events and Secret Parties events.
I think everyone wants to be in Dubai. They see it on other people's Instagram and social media and the TV, and I think people want to party and enjoy and see the luxury side of, you know, this side of the world where, you know, people are coming here to escape, you know, normality and come here and enjoy themselves.
Dubai prides itself on big ideas and bold ambitions, but not every dream has turned to gold. Mega projects like the Palm Jumeirah, an artificial palm tree housing £2.2 billion worth of luxury properties, put Dubai on the map. But 20 miles down the coast is a second palm, twice the size, abandoned, and rarely mentioned. An eerie reminder that it's not always profitable to think big. And then there are the World Islands, a Dubai catastrophe on a global scale. Built in 2003, this man-made archipelago 4 kilometres off the coast of Dubai is a collection of islands shaped to resemble the countries of the world. The plan was for a thriving seaside resort packed with luxurious houses and shopping complexes.
Gentlemen, permission to come ashore.
Permission granted.
Thank you very much.
Welcome aboard.
Nice to see you.
Welcome to the United Kingdom.
Well, thank you very much.
Let's head over to London, shall
Why
we?
not?
Wealthy investors were quick to snap up all 100 individual islands, but not everyone was impressed.
Dare I ask how much you paid for it?
Topping over $50 million.
You have both completely lost your marbles. I mean, you have paid $50 million for a load of sand.
And in this instance, Piers Morgan was proved right. 15 years after the development was built, 80% of the islands are still gathering dust.
This is a dream come true, and the dream doesn't have a business plan.
But one man refuses to give up the dream. Joseph Kleindienst was one of the original investors. He spent millions on 6 islands, known as the heart of Europe.
Next to us you can see France, Spain, then behind us there is Greece, then over there, somewhere behind Honeymoon Island, Moscow. The empty island behind the floating Venice Lido is Norway.
Unwilling to write off his losses, he has begun the first construction the islands have seen in almost 10 years. He's raised investment worth £5 billion and is building no fewer than 15 5-star hotels and 150 luxury villas and mansions.
In my mind, is always construction and still not the enjoyment part of the island.
For the wealthy local Arabs and tourists Joseph wants to attract, each development will offer a taste of the country it represents. there will be flamenco bars in Spain, gondolas in Venice, and of course in England, a street where artificial rain falls 365 days a year. Lovely.
What do your friends and family think of your project?
My wife was totally against it, and I had to convince her to help me in this project. And this was not an easy task.
Why was she against it?
She thought it's too big for us to build such a project, and she actually wanted to enjoy life more and not take on such a big task.
She thought you were mad.
And it wasn't just Joseph's wife that needed convincing. Perhaps embarrassed by the failure, the Dubai government has airbrushed the islands from most tourist brochures and maps.
So now we are going to Sweden.
The person with the unenviable job of marketing the development is Joseph's right-hand woman, French expat Delphine. Hundreds of villas need selling, so she'll take whatever promotion she can get.
Thank you.
Today she's trying to sell the island of Sweden to a 9-year-old. Zayed is Dubai's youngest influencer. He has 32,000 followers on Instagram and gets £2,000 for each post.
Let's go.
Delphine doesn't have the budget to pay Zayed, but is hoping he will post anyway, after showing him Sweden's latest gimmick.
We're gonna go to the snow room. Come. Can you catch the snowflakes? No. Oh, yes. What's my dad? So it's exciting and entertaining to see kids' reactions. And obviously when the reactions are positive, I think it just sends us a good message that we are on the right tracks. Somebody's got to do it.
With Delphine's help, Joseph needs to get the Heart of Europe open in the next 6 months to start paying back the billions he's borrowed. Dubai is not short on ambitious projects, and their latest venture is out of this world.
This afternoon, we've had confirmation that the United Arab Emirates' first mission to Mars has reached the red planet and successfully inserted itself into its orbit.
5 years ago, Dubai had no space centre and no experience in space exploration whatsoever. But in February 2021, they beat China to become the 5th and smallest ever nation to successfully send a mission to Mars.
The way things work in Dubai is that you push forward regardless of what's in place. And as you're moving along, the foundations start to form. And it's pretty much the story of the UAE.
They put 27-year-old Sarah Alamiri in charge.
This is my story and the story of transformation of an entire nation.
My wake-up moment on gender issues was when I traveled internationally and saw a negative perception of women coming from the Middle East as being oppressed and not educated, and it's quite shocking for me to see and to realize that people think that way around the world.
This is a truly historic moment for all of us and for our children and for generations to come.
70% of Dubai's population are men. Sarah is one of a number of people in the city who are trying to ensure that women aren't overshadowed. This is the world's first supercar club for women only.
It's Dubai. You've got the cars, you've got the women, you've got the glitz, you've got the glam. Why not go ahead and have the club?
The Arabian Gazelles were founded in 2016. They have 120 members from over 30 different countries.
I see it as an empowerment thing, but maybe that's because I come from a more conservative background where it is considered, oh, you're driving, oh, you're racing, oh, you're going to events. What isn't empowering about a woman having her own supercar? So we've got this one, Boss G, our little blue monster.
Gaga Sawalma is an Emirati citizen and one of the first women to join the club.
You're driving this car down the road, people move out of your way. You know? And then we've got the smaller monster, Cruella. It's my favorite car. My first drop top. And she's helped me win quite a few races, actually.
What's Cruella?
She looks like Cruella de Vil's car. So her name is Cruella.
Gaga is the CEO of a private hospital and one of an increasing number of women in positions of power in Dubai.
How many cars have you actually got?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
This morning, Gaga is joining 30 of the other gazelles at a 5-star hotel for one of their monthly meetups.
This is beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Stunning. Thank you so much.
The women are driving 120 kilometres into the mountains of Ras Al Khaimah, one of the 6 other sheikdoms that make up the UAE.
Bonding, having fun, you know, women, ladies and their supercars enjoying themselves. You have to see the women that are in our club. Their Instagram following is just crazy. So it's gonna go out there.
The cars being driven today are worth over £4 million.
See you.
And Gaga has chosen to bring her £200,000 Mercedes AMG limited edition in metallic green.
Froggy. Froggy is now 4 days old, 5 days old. Still haven't broken him in. And pretty good drive, to be honest. Pretty comfortable.
How many pairs of sunglasses have you got?
416, 417. These are the latest ones.
How do you choose which ones to wear?
It calls to me. These are the mountains of the UAE. We have mountains, but they're not as crazy, of course, as the Alps and this. But sometimes, I mean, global warming is amazing. We end up having snow up there nowadays.
As the gazelles approach the winding mountain roads, the police have arranged an escort to allow them a safe passage to the top of the mountain. And a cavalcade of supercars with women at the wheel doesn't pass unnoticed.
As a woman, hello. I feel like sometimes it's still a bit shocking when everybody sees, oh, it's a woman. But it's fun.
Since 2016, when the gazelles were formed, there has been a 3,000% increase in women learning to drive in the UAE. And now, a new law has been passed in Dubai, introducing equal pay for both sexes.
A lot of women in the club have different career paths. You've got lawyers, you've got interior designers, fashion designers, you've got investment bankers. And these are women that have made their own money. There's a lot of change in women, there's a lot of empowerment. And this is coming from society, and the government is taking an active role in ensuring that this openness comes. And I think that's fantastic, you know?
After 2 hours of driving, Gaga and the gazelles arrive at the highest point in the UAE, nearly 2,000 metres above sea level. Over a spot of afternoon tea, it's an opportunity for the women to spread their message to thousands of followers online.
Don't forget, this is a country that's, 40-something years old. You know, there are cars older than this country. You know what I'm saying? We developed so quickly that we had to figure out how to get with the times but not forget who we are. And I think we did it perfectly in Dubai.
Gaga and the gazelles may be doing their bit for gender equality, but some rules still have to be obeyed.
How was your treatment? Did you smell it? Yeah. It has a beautiful smell, right? Yeah.
This women's-only beauty salon serves an image-conscious and mostly Muslim clientele.
In Dubai, we just love to look perfect. Yeah. Nothing should be wrong with us. You have to just be perfect.
Our clientele are mostly beautiful women of this nation. We have to respect their privacy. So, as you can see, there are no windows around. There's just a door, and we've made a special exception for you to enter today.
Today, 30-year-old salon regular Tala is having her nails done.
So you're doing your portrait.
first
I can't
portrait.
believe you've never done
Yeah,
your portrait
'cause I
at so
think-
before.
But this is no ordinary treatment. For £200, Sally and her team will paint a portrait on all your nails.
About 4 or 5 years ago, we had one of Dubai's most influential influencers come in, and I was having a conversation with her, and she wasn't sure what nail art she wanted to have done. And she said to me, "What can I have done?" And I said, "Literally anything. If you want, we can paint your face on your nails." So she said, "Okay." And I think that's where the trend started. After that, I think this is what So is most known for.
The Nelfie is Dubai's answer to the selfie for Islamic women who want to show off their look without breaking the strict cultural rules around modesty.
You ready?
Culturally, most people can't take their pictures or put it up on social media, so instead they put it on their nails. That makes them able to post it.
Is it always your own face, or do people have other people's faces? Or?
Some people have the dogs, some people have the cats. I think the craziest one we've done, I don't know if you want to know this one. So we painted someone's husband on the toes. We're looking at a generation that is growing larger and larger of women that are very independent in the way that they think, very forward-thinking, very innovative, but at the same time holding the moral values that they've grown up with and holding a culture that is really beautiful and what makes Dubai Dubai at the end of the day.
The opportunities here for both men and women to be successful is what attracts so many expats. But if you're not working and earning money, you can't stay. For the last 10 years, Amy's been a busy model and TV presenter. But with more and more young Brits moving out here, the job offers are harder to land. Today, she's hired a studio for a photo shoot in the hope of drumming up more work.
We are doing a photo shoot, which hopefully is going to be featured in a magazine. So I'm working with some beautiful clothes, some jewellery, and hopefully, show them off.
Oh, how does it work? You have to fund this yourself?
Yeah, pretty much. So the clothing and everything like that obviously is on loan, but the creatives, I paid for.
Like just that?
You have to invest in yourself if you want to succeed.
Amy's on a yearly visa, which costs £800 to renew. But to qualify, she has to prove she's in work.
That's nice. That's really nice. You do have to work hard, and trust me, if you don't want the job, someone else will want the job, and that money goes in their pocket. So you really have to be on it, like any city, anyway, you have to be driven. But I just think it looks more glamorous here because when you're not working, instead of staying in your apartment in Peckham, which is what I used to do with a pot noodle, you're on the beach instead, enjoying life.
Dubai has recently introduced a 10-year golden visa, giving expats more stability if they want to stay here long term. But it's not available to everyone.
It looks better. There's more going on, isn't there?
Doctors, scientists and wealthy investors are welcome. Models and TV presenters less so.
With this 10-year visa now, which I think you've got to be at the top of your game to be able to obtain one. But otherwise, it is a temporary position here. You can't stay here for years and years and get permanent residency. That's not a thing right now.
And foreigners who try to work without a visa face long prison terms or an enforced flight home.
What would happen if work dried up for you?
If work was to dry up, I wouldn't be able to afford a visa, so then I would have to leave.
Dubai is home to over 50,000 millionaires, and the city wants to attract even more. The taste buds of the mega-rich are being successfully catered for, and their property needs are covered. But until recently, Dubai was lacking one prerequisite of the super rich.
We cannot say I have the favorite piece of art.
65-year-old Charles Adawi is one of an increasing number of residents who uses his enormous wealth to buy art.
This little piece of work on paper is one of my favorites because it's truly a reflection of Picasso's style.
This is a Picasso?
Yeah, it is a Picasso. It's painted in 1912. It's a real Picasso work on paper.
Charles is shy about the value of his 130-strong collection. Let's just say it's in the millions. But in Dubai, even art collecting involves following the rules.
And here in the art scene, we have to be a bit more careful. You cannot just show complete nudity scenes, for example, or very, very aggressive nudity scenes. You can still show some nudity within the form of art, but not like very, very disrespectful way, because the local culture is a conservative local culture. Living in a conservative environment, you have to be respectful to the environment.
Charles has travelled the world buying art, but chosen Dubai to house his vast collection. A city not known for its cultural pedigree.
People would say, oh, the problem with Dubai is there's no culture here. I mean, that's totally untrue. Tom Jones is coming here very shortly. We've had Cliff Richards, Bryan Adams, the Gypsy Kings.
For decades, what Dubai has been known for is gold, sun, and bling.
Even the lobby is completely staggering. They've used every single colour and an awful lot of gold. And to be completely honest, I'm not sure whether I'd get their interior designer to do my flat.
But the city is at pains to change their reputation. Today is the first day of Art Dubai, a major art fair hoping to attract the super wealthy.
People say Dubai has no culture.
No, that's completely incorrect. There's so much diversity and so many places here to see art, to meet artists.
British expat Layla Saki has the job of persuading the city's millionaire collectors to part with their cash.
What's spicy? What's new?
One of her biggest clients is Charles.
I was looking at some of your African art. It's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
And one artist has already caught his eye.
This is an emerging artist. So from what I gather, the prices that are being offered are quite reasonable, around 4,000 to 5,000 British pounds.
Across town, a very different crowd is gathering.
Yep, people are arriving, so it's looking like it's going to be a busy one today, which I'm really excited about.
Party planner Chris is struggling to get his secret island party off the ground due to COVID restrictions. But he has another idea to keep the Western tourists coming.
So I have a concept called Ladies' Day, mainly obviously for ladies, that's why it's called Ladies' Day, but obviously it gives people an opportunity to come and do an affordable luxury day at a value price, basically.
How much?
150 dirhams, which...
30 quid?
30 quid. 30 pounds, and it's basically all you can drink, and you get your lunch as well, which is a bargain.
We wanted to come on a few ladies' days, and this has been the best one so far.
Definitely.
So it's not the same as going to like Southend in Essex, you know, like it's much better really.
What's going on? How we doing? All good? Well, enjoying Ladies' Day? You're just having a little watch of the ladies?
Ladies' days are a popular fixture in Dubai hotels, but following a recent loosening of the laws, this is the first beach club to allow such an event.
I think it's so much more westernised than people think it is.
In recent years, it's definitely become more westernised and modernised and less regimental. Just respect their culture and don't be like silly.
As we're immigrants here, you have to follow. You have to respect. If
you want to be tolerated, like you want to be treated well, you have to respect the rules and regulations.
And it's not just the women having all the fun. Men are welcome at Ladies' Day as long as they spend at least £50 on drink. Easily done when a pint of beer will cost you £10 and a bottle of Cristal nearly £800. Allowing more places to sell alcohol and relaxing some of the strict cultural rules is lining the pockets of both the Dubai government and bar owners like Chris. But some rules remain the same.
And is it all right to go on the pool in Dubai?
We can't really talk about that.
Be careful. Hello. How are you? Good to see you. This is going upstairs, okay? Let me lead the way first, please. Let's show you.
Art aficionado Charles is receiving the newest addition to his multi-million-pound collection.
And you hang it in between this one and this one, please.
What's it like when you're receiving new painting, Charles?
Wow, what an amazing feeling. It's like a child opening a toy, you know?
Hey, how are you?
Lena, good to see you.
Nice to see you.
How are you?
Good.
Good?
Recovered.
Recovered from the fair,
Yeah.
right? Oh.
Art Dubai's Layla Saki has come to see one of the fair's most prized pieces in situ.
What do you think?
Look at it.
Wow.
Look how beautiful it is.
Amazing.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful piece of art.
It's stunning.
People think it's only they see one aspect of Dubai. This is what the media reflects. This is the reportage on Dubai that reflects maybe pictures of Burj Khalifa, which is beautiful. I mean, but this is not only Dubai, obviously. Dubai offers much more than just tall buildings and golden Lamborghinis.
But Dubai's relentless construction continues unabated. 4 miles off the coast, work on the world islands is going into overdrive.
You stayed here the whole night on Friday?
Yeah, I stay here.
So we are having right now 1,200 people working on this island. We are working 7 days a week, and we also work at night.
There's less than 6 months until Joseph is due to open to the public, so the race is on to sell the luxury villas.
This is a water hammock, so you can lounge on it like a mermaid. You can do whatever you like.
And marketing manager Delphine is resorting to a tried and tested sales technique.
How you sit there, it was nice. Yeah.
As the models will be posting on their Instagram, the destination will be published. People will be made aware of, what the destination looks like and what it feels like when you're there. We're selling the dream, but also showing the dream is real, so you can live the dream as opposed to dream the dreams.
So your job is to just take photos of beautiful women in beautiful places? Yes. Welcome to Dubai. You're selling the place, you're selling the...
The bikinis, the place, a little bit of everything.
Okay. It's all about selling, right?
Yeah, it's all about selling, especially here in Dubai.
As well as hotels, visitors will be able to stay in or maybe even buy state-of-the-art villas. Delphine has chosen one of these for today's shoot. It's one of 133 built off the coast of the island they call Sweden. These seahorse villas, so-called because of their shape, have a hidden USP. 5 meters down underwater.
It's so real, no? For me, it's like I cannot understand that it's the real sea.
You will
like
closer,
like
like you get dizzy when you go closer.
Each one weighs 400 tons when complete, but construction of them hasn't all been plain sailing. When the prototype was first launched, it emerged that not all seahorses can swim. In spite of this, the seahorses have proven popular, and nearly all of them have sold off-plan at an eye-watering price.
How much would I have to pay to get a seahorse villa?
Starting prices are at 20 million euros.
20 million euros?
Yes, our prices, our selling price are in euros. So the floating seahorse would be 20 million euros.
Wow.
The seahorses are looking like a success. But Joseph has a long way to go before his ambitious plans to bring Europe to Dubai are fully realised.
So this is the final editing with
This
all the
here.
retouches and everything.
Yeah. Did they tell me they could be retouched more?
No.
Former Miss GB Amy Kitchingman and her manager Abdul are choosing which images they're going to try and sell to magazines.
This one actually is quite high fashion, so would be suitable for Harper's Bazaar, Grazia. Could be good for that.
My mum liked this one. I think this is
Okay.
very, interview with Amy Kitchingman,
But before the photos are sent out, Amy is booked for a lucrative presenting gig.
Hello, my name is Amy Kitchingman, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here with you today to all
She's
about-
now the presenter for a high street fashion brand at the foot of the Burj Khalifa.
So, let me tell you a little bit about the collection itself. Let's move over to the front of the fashion booth. Come with me.
The work means Amy can now afford to renew her visa and will be staying in Dubai for at least another year.
If I didn't work in England, I wouldn't have money to pay my bills and I'd end up on the street. If I live in Dubai and I don't have work and I don't have money to pay my bills, I end up on the street. Or my safety blanket is to go back home to mum and dad or to, my family or whatever. So you always want that, that next job, that next project. What do you think of my back here? I think they could have airbrushed my back a bit skinnier.
I think it's fine.
Yeah. I love it here. I love the city, I love the culture, I love just the weather, the food, everything. Like it's home.
And Amy is not the only expat seduced by the charms of Dubai.
Cheers to that. Definitely drink to that. We do ladies, not just Stockholm.
Dubai is a very easy city to fall in love with. The lifestyle that it offers, the safety, the schooling, the weather.
We've all chosen to come here and make this our home, and we do feel really, really well looked after. I think if we didn't, we wouldn't stay.
Dubai's multinational population is expected to double over the next 20 years, and the city's expansion shows no sign of slowing down.
We all know Dubai does not have modest ambitions, right? We're loud and we're proud about who we are and what we stand for. And brilliant, all eyes on us, we like it.
But as Dubai celebrates its 50th birthday, can it keep growing at the same breakneck speed of the past 50 years?
I don't want to accept boundaries others accepted. And I'm convinced we will see again Dubai prove to the world that more is possible.
I can only assume this is going to keep going. It's beautiful weather, everyone's glamorous. Generally, life here is pretty amazing. If you abide by the rules.